Hey, it's Ronald Jefferson. Going to do a vlog. Most of the news is about the coronavirus or extreme weather, which, if I covered extreme weather, you would really think we was in the end times, man. But, first off, in this vlog, I want to talk about the purpose of why I do this. You know, I've been waging the information war for about 10 years, mostly on Facebook, commenting on YouTube. But, we are playing a game of souls. I'm trying to get as many souls into eternity as I can and save them from damnation. Because you got to understand, I don't know if every demon is condemned to hell, but there is one demon that we know, and I don't want to call him a demon because I don't really know what a demon is, but he definitely is a fallen Son of God. We know that there's a good chance that he may be damned, just like the Antichrist and false prophet. Whoever takes those roles, those are roles of damnation. Because according to the book of Revelation, there are 3 souls who definitely go to the lake of fire. That is the dragon, who is Satan, the beast, the Antichrist, the man of sin, and his false prophet. Matter of fact, the false prophet and the beast go first, and Satan is thrown into a bottomless pit for 1,000 years, and they're in there all by themselves for 1,000 years until the great white throne judgment, actually, and then other souls will join them. And at that time, hell will be done. That's a whole other thing. But the purpose of my videos is to save souls and lead them to Christ. And I don't feel I need a studio to do that. But the reason why I show my face, let me talk about a couple of YouTubers like Hassan Campbell. He is the reason why that really got me on YouTube. I love his videos. I love how he's in the camera, his energy, everything. He loves God too, but I believe he loves Allah and Muhammad too, which I don't really agree with that. I have respect for him though. No disrespect to any Muslim in their belief or any Hindu, anybody. I solely mess with the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, but I love his personal videos. I'm not a big fan of the studios that the YouTubers be doing. That is too far away. If it's not going to be like, I remember Philip Scott down in Houston. He's doing Africa Diaspora News. I did like his, because his looked like, the news I was used to my whole life. So he got to just fit in that role. But then some of these other things, these so-called studios, I just rather have you chopping it up in the camera like Hassan. Star does it too, even though he has a studio. I like Star stuff too. But he's kind of, and you can really see him in the camera. He's chopping it up with you and stuff. I love that, yo. That's why my videos, like, I'll make more money in life and I'll get bigger houses and stuff. So the background will change, but the format of my video will always be personal because I always want to connect with people. And the videos that I connect with the most are the ones like that I do, and Hassan do, and Star do. The ones where you can really look in our face and get a good look at us. Ronald Keith Jefferson is my name. There's no, the kingdom of darkness knows who I am. That's why I just put myself out there. What they're going to do is what they're going to do. Whatever they do to me glorifies my God, who I aim to please. And I want to get into that aspect of why I do what I do. It's to gain treasure for heaven and glory and honor in heaven. It really is. I really want to shine. The way these elites shine on earth, I want to shine like that in heaven. Because heaven never stops. And heaven pleases God. And Christians please God. You know what I mean? Those who believe in Christ please him. They please the Father by believing in his Son. And I wish to spread that, which is a form of propaganda, but hey, we all got a propaganda. We all got if you're not supporting something, what are you doing? Even capitalism, making money, getting to the bag, at least support that. You know what I'm saying? To save souls and to get treasure for heaven and honor and glory for heaven, for eternity. That's what we should be calling it. I'm going to get, that's one of my topics. I'll wait. But yeah, that's the purpose of my videos. You know, and I also want to talk about, well, I'll get to that. We'll get to it. So I'm reading this book called The Masonic Messiah. It's about this false prophet named Rael. I guess he was popular back in the day. There's a whole book on him, though, and it's by Daniel Van Dinga, if you want to look that up. I will warn you, this book, the reason why I'm reading it is very, very, very informative book. If you are a Christian, it will fortify your armor and sharpen your sword. It really will. This will make you very, very dangerous, even more dangerous in the kingdom of darkness. And that's what you want to be, because the Lord is with you. The Lord is with you. I understand He needs us, because there's very few of us out here willing to wage war against the real enemy, which is not our brother, not our fellow image of God in any aspect, but the spirits and the sin. That's what our war is against. This book, if you are a weak Christian, do not read this book. Do not read this book, and you know who you are. If you are weak in belief in Christ, do not read this book. It is a warning. But if you are totally set against Christ, if you really want to hate God and disbelieve that He's just another sun worship religion, go ahead and do that. Read this book, because that's what that supports. And there is a minority, I don't know if it's a minority, there's a portion of conspiracy theorists out here who are of Satan. They don't know it, but they're of Satan and expose Satan. But they're not really exposing nothing new, really. I noticed. We really tore it up when we tore this down back in the day, like 10 years ago, dog. We really tore it up. And it's really a regurgitation of stuff we've already said, or a continuation, or going more deep in stuff we've already said years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, read this book, though. The Masonic Messiah. It's about Rael. It's crazy, but it's very informative. This guy, I don't know, some of them, they think they reached that true enlightenment. Oh, it's all sun worship, fallen angel religions, even Jesus, which it's a shame, because I've experienced the Lord. The kingdom of darkness is manifested. It came against me personally, so I know that my God and the devil is real. So let's get to the next topic. There's a lot of teaching going on about 5G, which I don't know. I'm watching a video from Up TV today. Shout out to Devin Worlds. He made a video months ago about 5G. He had actual people on the news talking about Wi-Fi radiation and cancer and how it's linked to Wi-Fi. I'm like, wow, okay. Because Hassan's been really going in on it. Other people like this 5G is going to be a problem. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm not going to say anything about it, because they're going to do it. So what's going to happen is what's going to happen. We gotta believe that God will not allow them, because He's ultimately in control. Even though Satan and his brothers have a lot of power, and his children have a lot of power, God has a leash on them. They can only do so much. So I doubt that this 5G will be incredibly lethal. But I want to get on this topic of false teachers and false prophets. You got to be careful. One thing that Star preaches, which I've known this most of my life, you have to be objective. I understand when it comes to your faith in God, of course, don't be objective with that, because you have to believe some pretty fantastic things to be a Christian. Splitting of the Red Sea, fire from heaven, pillars of flame, strong men killing 10,000 people. You got to have strong faith. But you got to understand, be objective when it comes, especially to the future. Especially when it comes to the future. I do understand that Christ is speaking through people. He speaks through me. But unless you really know something, be objective. Because this is what happens when what you say does not come true, or what you say gets debunked. You become a false teacher. And if you're speaking on the future and it don't happen, you're also a false prophet and or you're a false teacher and or a false prophet. That's just what it is. I'm a Christian. I want to let you know what it is. The Lord is with me. When it comes to the future, unless the Bible says it, I speak very objectively, but I do believe in Jesus Christ. So I'm going to definitely believe in the Word of God, no matter how crazy it get. I'm not going to interpret things away or overinterpret or underinterpret. When it says there's angels bound the river Euphrates and they're going to be unchained and lead an army of demonic soldiers to physically kill a fourth of the earth, that's going to happen. That's not symbology. Wake up and smell the coffee. Samson was real. When Saul killed 9,000 and David killed 10,000, that was by the sword. That was chopping people to pieces. That happened. I'm just saying, let's get to it. Beware. Beware of being a false teacher and a false prophet, and especially listening to him. There's a verse in the Bible, because this is also why I do this. There's a verse in the Bible about being a watchman. Like if you see danger coming as a watchman, which I'm a watchman, didn't know it. But then I read this, that's my role, one of my roles. Okay. If I see this coming, I have to warn the people because there's a judgment day I'm going to be a part of. And God ain't going to tell me, oh, you cowered out of it, or you were scared, you ain't want to look crazy, or you ain't want to look some type of way. No. If I see danger coming and I don't say nothing, all y'all blood is on my hand. No, that's not happening. All them souls going to damnation, some of them I could have prevented. That's not happening. That's not happening. There ain't nobody on my Facebook that read my stuff over these years could say God didn't knock at their door. They can't say that. None of them souls can say that. Because I've been going in for 10 years. 10 years straight. So hey. But if I warn you and you don't listen and the danger come to destroy you, that's on you. Because the danger's coming. The danger's already here. I done seen the UFOs and they got them on camera, buddy. What are you saying about that? I've seen them in the real world and people catching them on camera. That's all Photoshop? Come on, bruh. Why they so elusive? Well, okay, they elusive in real life, but you can catch them on camera and show the whole world. Put it on Fox, CNN. What's going on with that? You've never seen them, but you see videos of them. I've seen them in the real world. I've seen the airplane turn into a UFO. Yeah, I have. That's the world I'm in, though. I'm reading this book called The Masonic Messiah, and he says that the planned year of the new age is 2050. Now, we've all heard about 2030. And he didn't really get into it. He just said it like it was a fact, I believe, based off his research. So I can't really get into it why that's a fact. But I believe that, like some people believe, the age of Aquarius started in 1946, I believe. And in that video I posted a couple days ago, that documentary, somebody said the CIA has to be thanked for bringing in the age of Aquarius based off their fascination with LSD. But I think it really started that Mayan day, December 12th, 2012, or December 20th. I think that was it. Because ever since then, it's been like this sexual revolution. It has been since about then. It's been a sexual revolution towards abomination that angers God. See, I don't understand. You got to stand before God and give an account of your yeses and your nos and your actions and your thoughts and your heart. Because it's all you. You saying yes to everything you do. You got to give an account. And ain't going to be a bunch of heathens and worldly people to gas you up. You will be in the hands of the living Lord around his congregation of angels and saints, and you will be a heathen, the only heathen in the room. And you don't want to be, you don't want to be that. I also want to talk about the mark of the beast. People think like the mark of the beast is going to sneak up on them or something. No. If you have knowledge and you've read the words of God about the mark of the beast in Revelation, the whole world's going to be dying to get it. You don't know what it is, because based off the consequences. First, you ain't going to be able to participate in the economy. They're going to use that at first. Of that won't break us, of course, because God will make a way. But then they're going to kill us. Once that happens, that's the mark of the beast. This is the mark of the beast. Look at the consequences of it. If the consequences ain't that, that's not the mark of the beast. And also, the false prophet, people act like the Antichrist is going to sneak up. You better read the Bible. Satan does all types of signs, miracles, and wonders at his coming. All types of supernatural stuff that y'all don't believe in, because y'all completely disconnected from the supernatural world. Completely disconnected. Yeah, that's what he's going to throw out. Even his coming, we going to know it's him. Some may think it's God at first. We'll know of his actions and his words when he start blaspheming the Trinity and Michael and Gabriel and Daniel and Job. Like, oh my God. No matter how it looked, no, that's evil. Yeah. It's not going to sneak up on you, though. It's not going to sneak up on you. The whole world going to take it. The whole world going to take it. You'll know off the consequences of it. When Paul revealed the rapture, the resurrection of the dead was already known. The Jews know about that. I believe one of the holy days is about related to the resurrection of the dead. I'm trying to remember. Not tabernacles. What is it? Not tabernacles. Not Pentecost. It's in between. I can't remember. One of the days, Jewish holy days, is related to the resurrection of the dead. What Paul revealed is right after the resurrection of the dead, which we saints will probably, when that happens, we'll know the rapture is also here. Because I'm quite sure we will experience the resurrection of the dead before we are raptured, but shortly after the resurrection of the dead, which I believe will be a visible event to the world. That is when the rapture of the church happens. And that was a mystery that Paul said he was revealing, that you're supposed to comfort each other with, knowing that when the worst time in human history happens, the Lord is going to remove his righteous children, male and female, out of here. But some of y'all are mid-trib, post-trib, wrath, pre-wrath. And it's like, a lot of y'all really ain't been through nothing in life to even have that type of view. Really nothing. Because I felt pain. I've been molested. I've been jumped. I've never been shot at, but my life's been threatened twice. I almost had my life taken if I made the wrong decision. I could have my life taken, And even there's been people, I'm reading Christianity Today. This girl's a Christian. She was raped 300 times in 1 month, and she's a Christian now. You know what I'm saying? There's people been tortured who are Christians, man. It's like, a lot of y'all ain't really been through nothing, but y'all talking about, oh, we're going through the seals. It's like, whoa, did you read the seals, sir? Does it comfort you knowing you're going to go? Well, the first seal is deception and conquer. Second seal is war. Third seal is inflation. Fourth, inflation and inflation. The third seal is inflation. And the fourth seal is death and hell. That's just the fourth. That's just the first four events out of 21. There's 15 more. Does it comfort you going through that? The Lord, Paul said, comfort each other with these words. Best believe. I think we're going to be here. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be deception. We're going to be here through the deception when it's all peaceful. But once they turn against us, that's when the rapture happens. And I believe that happens when he commits the abomination of desolation in the temple of God, which I think he may be the one who rebuilds the temple of God, because that is very controversial right now how that's going to get rebuilt, but it will be rebuilt. It will be rebuilt. I want to touch on dinosaurs too. I don't know if dinosaurs are the work of God or the Trinity, because I'm thinking, why didn't he preserve them? Why did he destroy them in the flood? I'm thinking they may be the work of the fallen Ben Elohim, the fallen sons of God who came down in Noah's day, because all the dinosaurs were destroyed. And we have their bones, so we know they existed. I'm not going to be one over there making up no, they existed. But there is a scripture, I don't think it's canon though. I don't know which book it is. It may be the book of Enoch or Reuben or Jasher. It's one of those. But it states that the fallen angels at Noah time, they sinned against animal kind. And they went through like the birds and the reptiles and stuff like that. They sinned against them. Some people believe they were having sex with them, which they probably were, maybe. I don't know if they were that depraved. I believe they were changing their form. They were doing experiments with them and combining different species and mixing animals with humans. That's where like centaurs and satyrs, and making all types of beasts like dragons and dinosaurs. All that thing, I believe, all that's the work of fallen angels, dinosaurs maybe. I wanted to get into the image of Lucifer. According to Ezekiel 28, Lucifer has painted this picture that he is this grotesque creature, which his form may be that, his natural form now, because the Bible says he can appear as an angel of light. And I think that means if he can appear as it, that is not his natural form anymore. If he can appear as it. So I'm thinking that the imagery that he gives us of that red horned hoof, that might be his actual like form as a fallen Ben Elohim, a fallen son of God. But what you must understand about them is they are shapeshifters in the ways you can't imagine. The things they can shapeshift into. So the fact they can appear still as an angel of God, they can shapeshift into anything though. Anything. But the image of Lucifer, it says his beauty summons up the seal, and his wisdom was great from the day he was created, according to Ezekiel 28. And there are literal instruments, pipes and drums built into his body. We don't know what that body really looks like. Some people think he's one of the cherubs of Revelation that say, holy, holy, holy to the Lord, that's around the Lord's throne. They believe it was 5 of those one time. And I heard a good argument for that, because man is represented, the birds are represented, like the land beasts are represented, but reptiles really aren't. Well, what's one more? It's a lion. I think it's a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a man. So you got the flying, you got the carnivore, the omnivore, you got the human, and really reptiles weren't represented at all. And we thinking that like Lucifer may be the fallen cherub that represented the reptile creation. That might be where a lot of that serpent representation comes from, and that serpent form he takes. Because I believe that reptilian form people talk about, that people mock, is really a serpentine form, like a serpent form that they can take. I don't believe this, like they call it reptilian, but I have seen people with eyes of a venomous snake, so they probably can't have a form behind that. But I've never seen it in life and don't wish to see it. Oh yeah, one thing I've heard about Jesus in disrespect, the world. Some people in the world call him a zombie from his resurrection of the dead. In disrespect. And we was going through this whole zombie apocalypse craze about 5 or 10 years ago. And I believe that's a mockery of the resurrection of the dead, of the saints. That whole zombie apocalypse, this whole zombie thing, that's to disrespect Jesus. I believe that's where the whole zombie thing comes from. It's just a big disrespect to those who conquer the dead, those who conquer, you know, just being in paradise in the center of the earth, but actually go to the dwelling of God. Is that you, John? You open? Oh, okay. I'm making a video, so be quiet for a little bit.
Right now?
Yeah. Actually, I got like 10 more topics. I'll make a part 2 later on. My brother, this guy here, he gonna play the game and watch Lost, one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life. So, y'all have a great day. I'm not gonna ask people to like or share anymore, because I understand you might not want to show your allegiance to me or show you're connected to me, but you can at least subscribe, because only really you know that. And listen to me with your headphones on. So, y'all have a great day. This is Ronald Jefferson. Bye.